It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what... The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium.
Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19.
Now a play fake. Lance. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Rodgers. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the option right is Lance. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Let's go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Six, 11. Ready?
Here's Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
Red, yellow. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And Lance now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
On the set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
12, 10.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
White.
Now Lance. And he will find his man Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Drop, 17. Red, cycle. Set.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This will be caught at Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three. And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down. Throwing his Lance on third down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the one. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Prescott down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain...
Rodgers now on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And again, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case... never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
An inside give to Jones. Down to the 42, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Up the middle, Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon from 3 yards out. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Inside give to Elliott. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run left with Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On play action, Allen. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller By the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I'd continue to go in that direction because right now they got the defense back on their heels.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Snap comes at 1. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
We're scoreless after 1. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. A give to Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A second time. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And some room to work. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air, Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, here's the run with Cook. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Allen, he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Rodgers now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here, and they'll accept that penalty. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Spinning away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll go again to Jones. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Stephon Diggs, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. For Stephon Diggs, he can do a lot of things, CD. He can be a possession-type receiver. He can take the top off a defense, or he can do what we saw right there, make a catch, and then turn it into a big game.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And Jones with a nice burst there on first down, as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Allen to throw once more. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 70 yards. And the Packers are able to move back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On first down. They stick with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 25 yards to the house. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Allen will try to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe
trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
And what do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. There's a nice move. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Allen now on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well. And
it's caught inside the 25. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
Touchdown! Bo Melton. As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On first down, Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
156 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go again to Jones. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
To throw is Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The give is to Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Hey, 626.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. First and 10. Here's Wentz.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Wentz now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Wentz.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Running right, Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll go with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up two-score. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Wentz to throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Sly able to put this one through, and that now makes this a 15-7 game. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the pass. He's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This is caught, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jones. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On play action, Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Wentz to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 88. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it and miss it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So, barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Again, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. A 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. first down. Wentz. Out left to Dotson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
74.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 30. 10. 5. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Wentz and Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25. Six officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The give is to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the pass. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9. They'll go again to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They hand this off to Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as they've got it second down and 12.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
He finds his tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. No gain on the play there, second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Robert Tunyon, the intended target.
That'll bring up second down. An inside give to Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Pickett to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. First and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 54 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on second and 10. Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. To the air on first down with Pickett. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pickett right back to the air again. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pickett now on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be out right at the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Hey, 626. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 19 yards away. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now Pickett on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pickett. He gets it left side to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field.
Oh, no, he lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Pickett will look to throw it here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of